Hi there's Orc Tim, and today's video we're doing a little different. We're not doing a battle report. I'm not going through a armor list or whatever, or a war band or something. Everyone who knows my channel, I have had a lot of time off, and I said already, I want to get back to it, but I have been doing one thing, and it's been painting a lot. My younger brother borrowed something off me because I have not used or even touched them for over 10 years. But suddenly I just snapped into it and I fancy painted them, and I bought more, like you do. And I even bought a second army, and I nearly started about to start a third one, but I stopped myself because I need to paint things first, then before carrying on buying. So I have little control. And if you know me, I am a really big fan of historical tabletop games. I love the Silver Bayonet. I was a huge big Flame of War player about 10 years ago. I have a Italian army mid-war in the desert. I have a late British parachuters, a late American army, some American army that is based around Baston, that area, so some parachuters, some normal, and then a huge mix and match Russian army. Our little gaming group then started playing bolt action as well. I went with Russians first because they did, with Flame War, and I started with Russian because I thought they were different, because we had someone who was English, someone was German. I chose Russian. I said I had no three. One is a big Russian bow action army. I bought a lot of Italians, but like a lot of new things came out, and I want to get them and improve them, because the weird thing is I have a little soft spot for Italians. They're not that good, but I like the underdog and I like the difference. I don't like I want to put everything good. Like some of the German armies can be really expensive. You can put all assault rifles, all this and that in them. To me, that's boring. I like to be more historical correctly with army lists, with bolt action and flame of war. You have to, so that's some good news. But enough of that. I really had, I said, a massive few Russian army, quite a good size, all right size Russian army, and I extended that from when I took my stuff back from my brother, and started painting them, and I'm extremely happy how well they came out, more than I thought I would, and to my opinion, my painting skills and basing skills have went up. I think painting maybe a bit, but the basing, I think, extreme the last 6 months. I have really thought quite well, and I've changed a couple of things thanks to some YouTubers saying, watching stuff randomly. I can't remember who they are, but give them help, gave me ideas, and some of them does work, so do listen to them. So this video is, I'm just going to show you my army list, well, my army, and this is a proper historical army list. This is a Stalingrad army list. It's because there's my you got the basic Russian all army list, like the Russians, the Americans, Japanese, blah blah blah. But then Warlords also has campaign books, and these are really good, because also what's in them is the different ways to play the game with your friends, your family, because you can do, oh, let's try this one-off mission instead of doing the normal. I think it's 6 in the main rule book. It's been a while, I haven't played for 10 years. Don't even tell me what to do, so it makes change. But what also brings them different is you have special unique units in these ones as well, that you can put in your armor list. But the armor list behind me, I will show you, is a Stalingrad list. So I will show you better than this. You can just see how many. I have got tanks in the back, couple armoured cars. I love my armoured cars. I think they're really, I love all armoured cars. I think they're just so nice. A truck. I have a heavy, light, and a medium mortar. So I've got all three. I got a HMG, who's there. I have a light anti-tank, a medium anti-tank, a flamethrower team, engineers team, always take a flamer with them. I then have normal HQ commissar unit, HQ paramedic, ped or spotters, and then a shit ton of infantry. Some of them are special because I've got a unit of scouts, Russian scouts, and they can be another unit. I've made them. I think they're from the Stalingrad. They're built for in close combat. It doesn't matter. They always strike first. I think that's one of the best rules. And you only can have you can have 8 of them, or is the other way around for scouts? But that's what they can be either. I have 2 anti-tank rifles. I make another third, maybe one more because I want a nicer one. I have a unit of bomb dogs. They're not historical correct for the Stalingrad list. I just wanted some. You've got your 3 infantry unit. Then I have unique sniper units in the Stalingrad. I will go through a bit more of that. I have a oh my word, I will get this right, a KV, half time I forget what they're called, but a KNVD squad, there we go. They're the blue hat caps guys. I have got unit of engineers. I have a whole unit of SMG units or a tank unit. Then I have and then I have 3 units that can be guards, veterans, or whatever. And then my last one is I think a junior officer unit. They're again from the Stalingrad list. Everybody's painted these unit there, and the bomb squad dogs are mostly undercoated, and that's it. But from here you can. So I have got quite a lot. But saying that, I do have for my birthday, because it's coming up very soon. It's one of the KV box sets. So I haven't chosen what type KV, but that would be my heavy tank, and I won't get another heavy tank because I think I'm doing mid 90. I think it's 42 to 3. I think. Out even double checking, I should know this one. The Battle of Stalingrad. So yeah, and you come. That box is pretty good because you get the tank and then 8 infantry. I think it's 8 infantry, maybe 10. I can't remember, but they're going to be some partisans, Russian partisans, because I have a lot of spare German weapons, and they're all going to have German rifles, and the leader going to have the German SMG, and then I have 1 German LMG in there as well. So they all have German weapons for that reason, because they killed Germans and took their weapons, because they're all behind enemy lines, and that's what they're going to be. So I will. It depends how I'm going to do. I might bring the camera forward. I might bring it back. Depends. But it depends how. For the Stalingrad list, they don't have artillery or transports because they're in Stalingrad. So that's the problem. They couldn't bring heavy artillery in because they couldn't move it or shoot it. And transport is pointless to have transport in that in the ruins of Stalingrad. So I know the truck is not true, but if I want to not make it as Stalingrad list, it's nice to have at least 1 transport or buy it, because I want nice. It's like tanks. I want more tanks, more medium and light tanks, because I think that the early tanks are funny and look nice, and then when you get to like the late war, they're all just big and bulky, look the same, and finally, and they lot of damage, but they're not interesting. So let's get into it. Before I will say, most of these are from Warlord. Some of them you can't get model wise because they're old Warlord metal models, and now most everything's plastic. So most of them are metal. Yeah, nearly all of them are metal. You got few plastic ones as well. You got Warlord ones. Then you have got I think 10, 12 of them are from another company. It's done by a lady, and she makes generally all female models for herself. I think she's called Bad's Squid or Naughty Squid or something like that. I know her main pictures are a squid, a squid that's burnt out ink, and I can remember she has like red hair, but you know, you see her. Then I have two vehicles are from a gentleman online. He prints them from resin printer. I do like them, but again, then alright price. One armour car I got from eBay. Have no idea what company it's from. It was going cheaply, so I bought it. And the dogs at the front for my anti-tank gun tank. I got them from Salute. I have no idea what company they're from. I was looking for dogs, a pack of dogs. Nowhere could find any, except one. I found it, and they were, I think it was like maybe £3.50 for four. So it's not even a pound each for per model. So I'm really happy with them. Some of them I have converted, and so on and so forth. And I'm really quite when you're happy with them, how well I did with the bases and so on and so forth. So let's get in. It's going to be a semi-long video, so we'll go through the army list. So let's start off. I will do the transport first. This is a Warlord Russian and they call it a Jeep truck. I know that for a fact because one, it came in one of the little square boxes, Warlord ones. It had a little has got a little guy in it. It's not the Russian. It came with not a Russian driver. He's German because I know from his uniform and his hat, but from a distance you can't tell. And I went with the normal green Russian colour. Very simple, because all the trucks were green. I did that wood, painted the wood brown, and I did the lines on the truck. I thought to make it something different. I thought it was a good idea. What also I've done with all my vehicles, if you can see, I have muddied them all up. So they're not clean, they're going for squishy mud. And I've done that for all the tyres all around the back. And I'm really quite happy with how it come out. It's just another different thing to do. To make it, a lot of people I've seen are just, oh, here's a tank, to stuck it on and that's it. It's like, some people do weather them and do really nice things when it's in snow or desert or some sort of, but a lot of people just don't keep the vehicles clean. I know I can do some battle damage, but I chose not to for the truck. But I'm really happy. How I done that myself is I new super glue, just dabbed it around, put in, and then sprinkle. I also just a normal gravel. I'm very lucky because at the back of me is I'm in middle of nowhere, and we have piles of gravel. They're, I think, cut up tarmac or bits bobs you can buy, like builders do, put it on the floor or something. And we got two piles of that because the tractors and lorries were, because we got like a barn right behind, right behind our bungalow, goes there. So I was watching a YouTube channel from quite a big one. I don't know the YouTube channel, don't know the gentleman, and he said don't buy gravel. You're wasting money, and he said when you buy it, because this is ancient, I don't know how old this is. It's all the same size when you buy it, and when you look at it, and it depends how good it is. You can tell it is. The floor isn't like that, and why use it when it will look the same? I did a new stat on a group of tree models, and looking at it when after watching it, I realised, yeah, he's correct. So I go out, borrow some, and I've been using it ever since. And firstly, this I do recommend going out, picking up dirt, firstly, or gravel if you need any nick from your neighbours or whatever. But it really looks way better, and I have to say, doing that little simple thing saves money, and it looks way better. Definitely when I show you what I've done with some of them. And simple this. It's really simple. I said I use super glue, then I paint it black, just Chaos Black or whatever it's Armageddon Black, whatever it's black it's called now, from Games Workshop. Then I use base Mountain Brown, and then I use Contract. I can't remember what it's called. I'm not gonna pronounce it. Something, and then use this contact paint. Go over it, and it has that very muddy look, and I'm really quite happy. And it has come out. So that's my truck. This is my first armored car. I think if I remember, this is a B. God, Struve. It's one of the basic ones because I've got two, and I want more because I do like my armored cars. I think they are just really pretty looking. I don't know. I love my armored cars from anybody. So this is where's all my cars, vehicles, tanks. There we go. It is I think it's a I think it's a BA. It's a BA10. If I got it wrong, please say that. This is this is a recent model printed from eBay. Because Warlord does one, but they have the BA I think 20, and that's a heavier one. And I've seen the model; it's really nice, but the turret is a lot bigger because it's a bigger gun. If I am correctly, and not a BA20. I think it's BA11. I think it's a lot bigger. I know that for a fact, and it's not what I'm looking for. So again, same thing. This one has a main gun and then a Coax HMG. Again, I painted all the dirt in, and this one's the first vehicle I've painted. I think it's less muddy, but I'm really still quite happy with it. I have coloured the barrels because they're not green because they've been used. So very quite happy with that one. I think it's a BA10. Just hold on. One turret mounted light anti-tank gun with a Coax and LG and a forward. Yes, this is a BA10, and I think you can. I think you can get a bigger one somewhere down the line. And then I have I think it's a BA64 armor car. This one I do not know the company. This one has a little base. I'm not a big fan when they come with bases because I think they're just hideous and you don't need it. But I again make the whole area muddy, and I got a little. It's two set. You got the base with the wheels stuck on, and then you got the main body on, and that's all resin. and then the top bit is metal. The little guy that's sticking out is not Russian. He's an Italian tank crew, but I wanted someone to sticking his head out to make it look different, and I'm really quite happy with him. Painting up Russian color, brown colors from the tankers, and it's a. Oh, I just love my arm cars. I think they're so pretty. My first tank is a T-34, I think 85, the biggest one. I got this was my first tank I bought. I got this from a really small gaming convention for £5. Got it for £5. So happy. Because when I finished painting this one, this is the time I went, it looks boring, looks dull, and that's when I done all the mud. Very simple, green with a. I like my guys sticking out. I don't know why. I just like them. It just gives them characters. He's just pointing or talking to someone, and really see. Try to do a red star. God, I'm so bad at that. It took me ages, and it still looks horrific. But I'm happy to admit it. My light thing or medium tank. This is T70. I am a big fan of T70. Sadly, with the gentleman I bought these from, they don't hatch hatches, so I filed down the lid. Like, and I've had spare spare T74 thing, and this is a female tanker. You can't really tell, but so I glued her on, and that so she's lifting up, and I really do like it. It's really nice. It's cheap. Simple, but I do like it. So that's my T70. And now my T74. This is if I do use it, this will be used as my as a tractor T70. Because in stalingrad list you can have a tractor factory T74. They're just inexperienced and a lot of damage because they just come out the line. This one has a lot of has two female tankers. You've got one sitting on the side and one at the top to make it different. I said I'd done a lot of back damage, and you got a big hole there, little scratches, dents, misses because they're really good, and so on and so forth. And it's a bit wear and tear on this one more than others. So again, same green. The only problem is she does hit the turret, so I need to turn it around if I want to go that way. But I do how well this came out. I do like it. And that's all of my vehicles. One thing I do like about the Russian army is their anti-tank weapons. Most and artillery pieces, as they say. Most other armies have certain artillery pieces for certain things, and then you need to buy anti-tank guns as well. For the Russians, you kind of don't. I looked in the list, and you can have a heavy anti-tank gun, but that heavy anti-tank gun can count as a artillery piece as well, because you use them as artillery pieces as well. So you don't need to buy I don't need to buy another light artillery piece because my medium anti-tank gun counts as a light artillery piece as well. So that's one good thing about the Russian army. So I only have a light anti-tank gun and a medium anti-tank gun at the moment, but I also have a light howitzer as well, because my medium anti-tank gun counts as a light howitzer. I found a heavy anti-tank, but I need to buy the model, and then I need to buy extra crew because it's a cheap Russian model with the gun, but comes up with no crew. But I found some I like to look off, and they're different from my random companies getting, and that's what I plan to do. But I'll show you my little anti-tank gun. I think I might bring them you closer from all these ones. Just hold on. Hi, this is Tim. This is a little quick message. I chose to make the video into two parts because it was 50 minutes long, so I got a 20 minutes explaining little things and going for the vehicles, and the next half an hour is going through the men and other weapons, and that's it really. Many thanks